Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFC East lately, you know that things are heating up. The Philadelphia Eagles, reigning NFC champions, are no strangers to making bold moves in the offseason, and this latest trade is no different. The Eagles have just pulled off a significant deal by acquiring wide receiver John Michie, and let me tell you, this could be a game-changer for their offense. Michie, a second-round pick in 2022, has a story that's as inspiring as it is promising. You see, he was drafted with high expectations, but his rookie season was cut short because of a diagnosis of acute promyelocytic leukemia. That's right, this young man faced one of the toughest battles imaginable off the field, and now, here he is, making a comeback and fighting his way back into the NFL. He returned to the gridiron in 2023, but honestly, his production has been modest so far. Still, don't let that fool you. The talent is there, and his college career at Alabama speaks volumes. In his final season at Alabama, Michie put up some eye-popping numbers: 96 catches for 142 yards and 8 touchdowns. Those stats show what kind of playmaker he can be when healthy and given the opportunity. And for the Eagles, adding a receiver with that kind of potential, especially one who's shown resilience and determination, could be exactly what they need to elevate their passing game and add depth to their receiving core. Now, it's important to place this move into the broader context of the Eagles' roster. Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, and Jahan Dotson are all locks to make the team and be starters at wide receiver for Philadelphia this season. These are the top-tier talents, the guys that defenses will have to game plan around every week. Smith, Brown, and Dotson are proven commodities, reliable targets who can stretch the field and create separation. But beyond them, the battle for the remaining spots is fierce, and that's where Michie's addition really starts to stand out. Johnny Wilson is expected to have a role as a dirty work player, a guy who does all the little things, blocks, and makes the tough catches in traffic. Aeneas Smith is hoping to carve out his niche as a slot receiver, a gadget guy, and maybe even a returner. But the competition doesn't end there. The Eagles also have Darius Cooper, who impressed during training camp after signing as an undrafted free agent. Cooper's standout camp has certainly caught the coaching staff's attention, and he's positioning himself as a serious contender for a roster spot. Here's the thing, Philadelphia probably won't keep 7 receivers on the roster. That means something's got to give. With the addition of Michie, it's likely that some of these players will have to fight harder than ever to secure a spot. The team's coaching staff has a tough decision ahead. What's the balance between experience, youth, and potential? And how will Michie's story and talent influence that decision? It's a fascinating subplot that could shape the Eagles' receiver rotation for the upcoming season. Now, let's talk about the overall picture. The Eagles, under head coach Nick Sirianni, are known for their innovative offense, utilizing a mix of explosive plays and strategic ball movement. Jalen Hurts, their dynamic quarterback, has evolved into one of the most exciting playmakers in the league, capable of both throwing and running with equal prowess. The offensive line, featuring stars like Lane Johnson and Jason Kelce, provides the stability needed for Hurts to operate effectively, and the addition of versatile receivers like Brown and Smith gives him multiple options to target. But the real question is whether this new addition of Michie will help the Eagles stay ahead of their NFC East rivals. The division is stacked with talent. Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and even Washington Commanders are all looking to improve, but Philadelphia's roster depth and talent level remain among the best in the league. The Eagles have established a culture of resilience and high performance, and adding a player like Michie, who's shown incredible mental toughness and dedication, fits perfectly into that narrative. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, the expectations are sky-high. The Eagles aren't just content with being playoff contenders, they're aiming for Super Bowl glory again. The NFC is tough, no doubt about it. The San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys are still formidable opponents, but Philadelphia's roster, especially with strategic additions like Michie, positions them as one of the top contenders. The coaches will have to manage the roster carefully, balancing talent, potential, and chemistry, but the core of this team is built for sustained success. And let's not forget the importance of injuries and unexpected developments. Football is a game of inches and moments, and having versatile players like Michie, who can step in and make a difference, is crucial. His return from leukemia isn't just a personal victory, it's a testament to his character and dedication, and it adds an emotional layer to the Eagles' season. Fans love to rally behind stories like this, and it's clear that Michie's journey has inspired many, both inside the locker room and throughout the Eagles' fanbase. So, what does all this mean specifically for the Eagles' offense? Well, it means more competition, more depth, and ultimately, more options for Jalen Hurts. The quarterback has been a rising star, and with reliable targets like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, he has the weapons to keep defenses guessing. Michie's ability to stretch the field and make contested catches could be exactly what the Eagles need to unlock even more explosive plays. And in clutch moments, having a player who's overcome so much to get back on the field can provide that extra boost of motivation and resilience that's often needed in playoff battles. Now, it's also worth mentioning that the coaching staff's approach to this roster is strategic. They know that roster spots are precious, and they're constantly weighing the potential of young players against proven veterans. The signing of Harrison Bryant, for example, on a cheap deal, shows that the team is exploring options, but is also aware that they might not keep him if other players outperform him in training camp and preseason. The same goes for players like Johnny Wilson and Aeneas Smith. They're fighting for limited spots, and every practice, every game is a chance to make a statement. And this is what makes the Eagles' training camp and preseason so exciting. Every day brings new battles, new storylines, and new opportunities. Fans are eagerly watching to see who will step up, who will seize their chance, and how the team's chemistry will develop as the season approaches. The addition of Michie adds a new dimension to that mix. His story, talent, and potential make him a player to watch closely. It's not just about filling a roster spot, it's about adding someone who could become a key piece in their championship puzzle. To wrap things up, this move isn't just a small transaction, it's a statement about the Eagles' ambitions. They are serious about contending again, about pushing through the NFC and making a deep playoff run. The NFC East is tough, yes, but Philadelphia has the talent, the coaching, and now the added motivation of players like Michie, who embody resilience and hope. Fans can be excited because this roster is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent memory, and the storylines are just beginning to unfold. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this latest addition? Do you believe Michie can be a difference maker? How do you see the receiver room shaping up for the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This team is on the rise, and with every move, they're showing us that their pursuit of another Super Bowl is very much alive. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Birds.